friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my 2024 Inktober sketchbook. Now I will also be sharing 2025 in my next video, so I hope you subscribe and check out that video because I think you're gonna love it. Now October is usually a really busy and eventful month for me art-wise. I had the awesome privilege of helping coordinate a youth art exhibit here in San Jose with our church, and it happened to land on Halloween. So we had the doors wide open, we had the art set up, and trick-or-treaters were coming inside to check out the art. So I'll share a little bit about that in another video as well. But even though it's a year old, I still wanted to share my 2024 inks because it was really special to me. It was my first Inktober challenge, and I managed to keep up my pace somehow, even with an art show. Every year, Inktober would pass me by, and I would watch everybody else do it. I would watch everyone on Instagram and on Facebook and on the Inktober page. I would always just admire these artists so much. There's so many great artists out there. Like, the talent is insane. So last year I decided I'm gonna go ahead and try. I'm gonna attempt. I'm really proud of myself for completing my challenge. So I'm gonna look through my footage. It's about a year old, but I'm sure we will be talking about this cover page, and then we will get right into the sketchbook tour. So I'll see you at the end. Enjoy. All right, let's get into it. We got 31 drawings to get through. Let's start with day one. Remember, I am limited to only ink. So I have to be kind of creative with the grayscale here. I used alcohol markers, and I think I just filled that in with red gel ink. This image of this dog with this little backpack was so cute, just looking out into the horizon. Pretty straightforward drawing. It's fun to draw. I had to kind of simplify some areas, but I thought it was a strong start. All right, moving on. Day two is discover. Proverbs 25:2, which I added in there, reads, "It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings is to search out a matter." And On the side of the Bible, I don't know if you can see it, but I did use some of that glittery gel. I don't know if you can see it very well. All right, day 3. The word is boots, and I actually owe an art print to somebody of this drawing. Sorry, Jocelyn. But I did use my stamps and wrote in walk by faith. This was so fun to draw. It took forever, but I'm really pleased with how it came out. And there's a little bit of that yellow glittery ink right there too. I think the most tedious thing about drawing this were the shoelaces. And then filling it in with India ink. I just had to water down some of the ink, and then I just had to, follow where the values went. And some of this shine here is the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. I think this would make a great art print. Let me know if you'd want to see this as an art print, because I would love to blow this up and put it on my wall too. I just love this drawing so much. Next. All right, day 4 was exotic. And for, a lot of these, I would just kind of draw the first thing that came to mind. So I thought of a chameleon. I saw a ton of these guys at the Reptile Expo this year. I thought I'd go more cartoony, and I colored him in with highlighters. It's highlighters and a little bit of alcohol ink. And I like how I left some of my sketchy lines in there. Sorry about my lighting, guys. In fact, I'm going to change my lighting. Okay, that is so much better. And once I got all the line work done, it was just, here's the fun part. It's just like a coloring book, right? I think that might be the brightest drawing in here. Moving on, day 5. Oh, we got a little fan art. Here's Russell from the movie Up. I didn't draw all the details on his buttons, but man, do I really hand it to these animators, because as I was drawing this, of course I didn't give myself enough room. Just on his backpack alone, there's so many little details. Like I got this, look, it's a Swiss Army knife. There are these little lanyard keychains. He's got a sleeping bag, among other things. I just love Russell. He's so wholesome and cute. And he's the first thing I thought of actually when I thought of binoculars. It goes perfectly with the travel theme. All right, moving on, day 6, Trek. All right, found this reference picture, but I made it so that he was walking into the picture. I thought that was a nice touch. And I showed a little bit of his shadow down here. This was done all in ballpoint pen, actually. So you can see all the hatch marks and maybe a little red ink there. This was fun. I like how I framed it, and I love how he's walking in. Okay. Moving on, day 7. Oh, this was a cute idea I saw on Pinterest actually, but I changed everything to my dog as if he had a passport to heaven. This is a nickname. Well, he had a lot of nicknames, but I would call him Snooch sometimes. It looks like my birthday and my husband's birthday. And then there's Marty's birthday. And see, he was born on October 31st, 2010. He actually came on a plane from Missouri. And then this is the day he crossed the Rainbow Bridge. And I thought this was a cute touch because you know how you get stamps in your passport? Well, we got a little paw print there. So cute. This is really fun to draw. All right, moving on, day 8, back to portrait. Oh, this is cool. This is my own picture. Well, actually, one of my best friends took this picture of me. My friend Sharon went on a New Year's Day hike with me. This is in Bear Creek Trail in Los Gatos, California. And she got this picture of me walking down this path, and the light was just shining down on me. It was like, ah, it's like God shining down on me. The challenge was doing this only with gel pen and trying to figure out how I would plan out all these different values with the ray of light, but showing the trees still shining through. So this one took a little bit of planning, but I like that it was my own reference picture and it's a very meaningful image for me. And if you're ever in the area, hit up Bear Creek Trail. It is beautiful. It's mostly shaded walk, and you'll see a lot of banana slugs. It's right before the Santa Cruz Hills. This is all gel pen. All right, day 9. Sun is the word. I don't know about this one. I guess I did okay. I don't know what I was trying to do, but I have these like color blocks of really bold alcohol marker. I guess it's okay. This one I think looks better further away. But at the end of the day, I was glad I got my drawing in for the day, and it was great practice. And I do love sunflowers. They're one of my favorites. So that is day 9, sun. All right, day 10, the word nomadic, and I almost got stumped with this one. So the word nomadic means to just constantly be moving around, right? So I thought of the Exodus and the Hebrews coming out of Egypt and their trek over to the promised land. And so I was like, how can I show that though? And this is the ark. This is the Ark of the Covenant, which is said in the Bible to carry the presence of God. And you see the handles where they would carry it. And then there's 2 angels there with the wings touching. That's important. And I tried to find an image that was the closest to it. And then I don't know why I decided to draw the angels again. Maybe it's because I should have drawn this landscape. And I think the empty space was just driving me nuts. So I got a little extra practice in there. But those wings were a lot to draw, but very satisfying once you add all the shading and the values. They used some water-based markers for this. They almost had me with this word, but I think we got it. All right, moving on. Day 11, seems like I was on an Old Testament kick, but these are supposed to be the snacks from heaven, aka the manna. And I found this reference picture from Pinterest actually. And so there she is, this Hebrew woman collecting the manna for the day. And I did this whole drawing with this pen. It's a brush pen and a little bit of shading with the micron. I think it turned out great. All right, the next word is remote. And I'm pretty sure I got this reference photo online as well. I felt a little limited with my colors, but I did my best. I just thought of a remote island. So I don't know if I really got the texture of all those trees, but it's kind of fun, loose style. And it had this little house in here too. And this little spindly tree on the side. I liked that. All right, the next prompt is horizon. I'm pretty sure this was one of the days when I was feeling really rushed and just trying to cram it in there. It's just a micron pen, but I think that's a decent hand. I'm still practicing hands, But the idea, their concept was, you know, somebody reaching for the horizon. It's a nice, simple sketch. All right, day 14 is Rome. Immediately thought of, is it a pack of elephants, a group of elephants? Hold on. Okay, I just Googled it. It's a herd or a parade of elephants. And I think I'm missing one elephant because I had to kind of edit this down to make it fit, because I had to fit the little baby at the end. I like how minimal it is in this cast shadow showing here. So there's my parade of elephants for the word Rome. All right, day 15. Oh, I thought of a map. The word was guidebook. And so I said, let me draw a map. I've never drawn a map, but I found a use, y'all. I found a use for those maps at the end of the Bible. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here's my Bible. Here's literally the map I tried to draw. So you see it's a lot more detailed. And then there's different routes he took. I just roughly got the shapes of all these places. And I did include all the routes in these different colors. And I learned about some new places at the same time. So there are Paul's mission trips. All right, moving along. This is day 16. Grungy is the word. And I drew this guitar actually from life. This is my Fender Stratocaster. And I just propped it up there on the couch and I just drew it from life. So instruments are really hard for me to draw for some reason. So this one took a little while. And then I did a little ink splatter. Being a 90s kid, I listened to a lot of grunge, Seattle grunge rock music. And I played a lot of guitar too. That was an easy one to find for the prompt. It just took a while to draw, but I love how it came out. All right, next, day 17, journal. How relatable. Dear Jesus, it's me again. Who hasn't been there? It's definitely giving fall vibes, right? And I used this sepia ink with a paintbrush, kind of using it kind of like watercolor. But if you're using it that way, it does dry immediately. Like you can't really blend with it. So if I'm using a paintbrush with these inks out of the bottle, yeah, you would get these like really hard lines because you can't really blend it like watercolor. But I love this illustration. I love how warm it looks. All right, day 18. Drive is the word. I love this. Okay, so these are two different images of greyhound dogs that I found, and I love how I fit them together. I have only met a greyhound once in my life. I did not know how huge they were. Oh my gosh. Like, why are they so tall? Why are they so huge? Yeah, I can see why they race them. They got these long, muscular legs. I met a greyhound once when my sister moved into her housing when she was going to school, and we helped her move in. And I was greeted with this massive greyhound dog that came charging at me, but he was actually just a big baby and just wanted to play. But quite terrifying because I didn't know how huge they were. His name was Dillard. It was a perfect name for a greyhound. And he actually still had his numbers tattooed in his ear. And he was either rescued or retired from racing. All right, next is, a picture I took myself. I will show it here. The word is ridge. And it is actually me standing on the side of this little cliff. And I know it looks really sketch, But right behind me, I'm actually sitting on this nice flat rock, and there's a lot of flat ground right behind me, but I know it looks really sketchy and scary. But this was actually taken in Big Sur. It's a beautiful area. I believe it's right outside of Carmel. If you're ever in the area, you need to go visit. They have these beautiful calla lilies growing off the side of the road, the side of the beach, and these waves, they've got to be at least 100 feet tall, crashing against these massive rocks. This was just a really cool memory that I wanted to capture. That is a must-see if you're ever doing like a road trip through California. So beautiful. You got to go off the beaten path sometimes, right? It had that salty sea air. It doesn't really show, it doesn't do it justice at all. This was like around sunset. Oh my gosh. You got to go to Big Sur. All right, next, day 20, Uncharted. And I thought of Psalm 23. It is a verse that has encouraged me for years. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. I can go on and on. But I thought of this, I don't know, does it look kind of spooky? I thought this little clearing here looked a little bit like a valley, but I showed these big towering trees, and these lighter ones in the background were just watered down ink. And then I added this with white gel pen. And if you can see, I started actually with, I had to start light to dark, right? In this background, which might look white, is like a really light wash of the black ink. And then I just layered and layered and layered on top. And then this right here is just the black right out of the bottle. All right. Next word is rhinoceros. I thought, how random is this word? But then it was only recently that I thought, oh, if it's all travel themed, maybe they were thinking of like an African safari, right? So I just went ahead and found my favorite picture of a rhinoceros, and I just sketched him out. Most of these were sketched out in pencil, and then we added some micron on top and alcohol marker. Loving the little birds. We went literal for this. All right, next is camp. I thought this was cute. The word is camp, and I wanted to draw a burnt marshmallow. So I used that kind of sepia ink. I think that's the perfect kind of crispiness or burntness. When it starts to catch on fire, right? Right before you blow it out. That took me maybe less than an hour, even less than half an hour to knock this one out. I love it. Camp. All right. Ooh, day 23. The word is rust. And I had a couple people tell me online that this would make a great tattoo. And I think it would. This came out pretty clean. That's a lot of pressure to draw art that people put permanently on their bodies. I really respect tattoo artists, but I'm sure you could transfer something like this. And usually with tattoos, you should have some, clean line work. And then I added this crown on top. All right, the next word is expedition. Immediately I thought of a space expedition. Here's the reference picture I used for that. I used alcohol marker for this, but I don't know if they were just like running out of ink or what, but I don't know. Somebody help me out in the comments. It's so streaky. How do you get it to, I was trying to do a gradient, right? But it's just kind of streaky. I ain't mad at it though. And then down here with the little grassy area, also kind of streaky, but it was still fun to draw. And I think I captured that little sunset, and these clouds were fun to draw. And I think it can also use some darker values. Like if I had one more green darker than this, or like one purple darker, I think that would have made it more effective, but otherwise a fun sketch. All right, going on. 25, Scarecrow. I didn't know what this had to do with travel, but I thought of the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz, and I actually used this. This is the Lamy Safari. It's a fountain pen, and so the cartridge goes in there, or the, what do you call it, converter. So you can unscrew this. Seem to be running out of ink already, but I just used the ink that it came with, which was blue ink, and it took some getting used to. So, but I just wanted to try using it. Right. Next was the word camera, and I drew this old school Polaroid camera, and it took forever because I was like, it was starting to go towards like realism really fast. And I mean, it's still kind of, I guess, painterly, if you want to call it that, because I used some white ink on top of this. I worked really hard on this. And all these values, I don't know if you could see these different grayscale values, and this is just a little bit of water-based marker. But how fun is this old school camera? I think it turned out great. All right, going on, day 27, road. As in road to Damascus in the New Testament, where Paul gets knocked off of his horse. So that's why I drew literally just a horse with no rider on it. If you know, you know, right? You think that's where we get the saying, knocked off your high horse? Maybe. But I think he turned out great. And I don't think I've ever drawn a horse. So, you know, when you draw a prompt that is given to you, you're challenged to, you know, expand your visual library and draw something you've never drawn before. So maybe in the future, if I had to, I would feel a little more confident about drawing a horse. And don't you just love his eyelashes? All right, day 28. We're almost there, guys. The word is jumbo, and thought of a whale, a humpback whale. This was cool. I think I tried to show some of that movement. I added some little sparkles here on the water. But again, I think my colors for alcohol marker are a little limited. It might be because I'm pretty sure that set that I have is pastel. That might be why. They're all pastel colors. So, you know, as many layers as I tried to do, I couldn't get that blue back there dark enough. And I couldn't get this gray dark enough. So I did my best. And then the line work was actually done with that Lamy Safari fountain pen again. Just this little touch of green. And I think he's got like one barnacle right there. 29, Navigator. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so I'll show my reference picture. Immediately I thought of the verse Psalm 119, 105, which says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Read the word, guys. Read it. It's going to guide you. It'll help you navigate through life. And I knew that this might be a challenge for me because I limited myself only to ink. So I was like, well, how am I going to show something shiny with ink? So the little halo around the lantern, I just decided to do this kind of like blobular, is that a word? Blob of like reflective light. And I love the reflection of this light here. I think I use highlighters. Yeah, I use highlighters for this. And looks like that ink and maybe some red ink here this is India ink, and then Micron for the line work. So I used everything, almost everything I had to my disposal to create this. I also think this would make a great art print. Let me know, guys, because it's encouraging, and I think it's its own style too. I loved my blob of light around this lantern. All right, with that, we're going over to day 30, and we're almost there. The word is violin. I was like, Inktober, why? Why would you do this to me? I already drew a guitar, and again, for me, instruments are so hard to draw. But one of our young people at church actually plays a violin, and so I asked her, can you just send me a picture of your violin, because I just need a reference picture to draw. And you know what she did? She laid it out on her kitchen counter, and she put some lighting on it, and she did a whole little violin photo shoot. And so you have this cool cast of shadow here, and I think it turned out great. I can't tell too much, but I erased this so many times. The fact that it's fitting onto this page so perfectly, almost centered, is amazing to me. But now I know how to draw a violin. But this was extremely hard to draw. Maybe it's the perspective, right? It's almost like, it's not too foreshortened, is it? I don't know, but this thing was hard. It's hard to draw. So I was a big sigh of relief when I completed this one. And I was like really trying to push to the end here on day 30. So with that, let's go to day 31. Now the sketchbook only has 30 pages in it. So I did use the back cover, and it's a very meaningful drawing to me. Aww. This is my boy Marty, and he crossed the Rainbow Bridge last year in April 6th to be exact, and I used him on the word landmark because October 31st, if you remember from his little passport picture, is actually his birthday. He would have been 14, landmark being his birthday, but also graduating to heaven. But I did have this one picture. I thought it would be really cute if I show him kind of going into the little pearly gates or walking up to heaven. And so I found out a picture of him with his back turned. And I would always say, oh, I love your little white socks, Marty. That bleed-proof white. And it looks so cool. It looks so sharp on this kind of cardstock brown. It's kind of like drawing on toned paper, right? And then here's God's voice. Walk. And his ears would perk up so high whenever he heard the word walk. Does your dog do that? Because he would be ready to go on his walk. And then on this side it says, who's a good boy? Put these little bones on the pearly gates. And these are supposed to be tennis balls. So he can chase tennis balls to his heart's delight. And then I thought the other super funny touch was this little squirrel down here. It still makes me laugh till this day. But I gave him one little squirrel to chase. And he has his own little halo. Oh my gosh, I cracked myself up. And then these clouds kind of making a path. So I pulled it off at the end of the day, and I just went with a very simple brush pen and just kind of like a cartoony line work. And then the only thing that really stands out is the white on Marty. So maybe it was kind of cathartic thing for me to draw, and very emotional, very meaningful drawing for me, and the perfect way to end Inktober 2024. And there'll be more on Marty in another video. He was my first dog ever. I always wanted a dog since I was a kid, and he was a crazy boy, and he was my first dog, and he was my crazy boy. So that concludes the Inktober 2024. Done. All right, that is it for my first sketchbook video, and I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite. I think for me, I would have to say Day 3 Boots is probably my favorite, but Day 29 Navigator is a very close runner-up. Let me know if you would like to see those as prints, because I am very much contemplating that as I get ready to launch an online shop as well. Just getting a feel for what people want to see. Go out and get a sketchbook and start one, or join in next year, or maybe come up with your own prompt list. I thought of doing that too for next year, if I have time to keep up with Inktober. And Inktober is not the only art challenge. I believe in May there is Mermaid, where you draw mermaids every day. I've never tried it, but maybe next year I'll come up with my own prompt list and you guys can join me. I will say that what I learned from this was that I did surprise myself many times. Sometimes I had to sit there and really scratch my head thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to draw today? Especially the more abstract words, right? But guys, we're not being graded for this. You just come up with something, be creative, and just get it in there, right? It's more important that you put some time in and to develop the good habit of drawing every day. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see, here's a spoiler alert, or a, what do you call it, teaser. If you want to see Inktober 2025, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well, so you can be notified when that video comes out. Thank you and God bless, and see you then. Bye.